they're saying as she turns, and you can see now the finish line in sight for her. Mary Keitany. I guess we give her 3 cheers for 3 championships, right?
That's right.
She'll be the first to win 3 in a row in 30 years since Grete Waltz won 5 in a row. Her last one coming in 1986. Mary Keitany, first to get her New York on and first across the line, champion of the TCS New York City Marathon. What an outstanding performance, gun to tape. She had this field covered, and there's the family. Didn't have to go far to find them.
Well, the second fastest athlete in history, John, at marathon and half marathon. Let's not forget that. She hasn't been beaten in a half marathon in 10 years. Her consistency at lower distances is astonishing. She's a real battler, too. You know, she didn't have a battle today. She was really only racing herself for the second half of the race. But you have to hand it to her. Whatever is thrown at her, she can hand it back with interest.
When she won in 2014, it was just a 3-second win over Jemima Sumgong. Last year, her defending her championship, 1:07, the margin of victory over Selefesh Merja. And this year, still wait to see exactly what that is, but a win that's approaching 4 minutes, which is really quite staggering in an elite field.
That was a nice touch, I had from Margaret Akayo there. You know, if this had been a tennis game, it would have been a 6-1, 6-1. I mean,
right.
She has just taken them apart today. Really, really impressive. The gap behind her, what, some 3 minutes? 3.5 minutes?
Almost 4, yeah.
Unbelievable.
What I can say about that is it was really impressive.
I think the most impressive part was how she threw it down, and when she threw it down, she just separated herself from everybody. I mean, Merja tried to go with her. Chet Perui tried to go with her as well, but you know, when she wants to take over a race, she knows how to do it.
Draped in the Kenyan flag, and no matter how tired you are, there's always just a little bit of energy around to celebrate that.
You know, people wondered how it would be to have her family come and watch her. Would that be a distraction, or would that actually help her? And I think it helped her today. Sally Kipyego here in second place.
Yep, and Molly Huddle just behind. Molly very close. You know, that's quite a gap to make up in the last less than a mile now, but what a really great debut for Molly Huddle to end up on the podium.
You know, I was wondering how we would see Molly Huddle finish. What would her body look like? She still has that knee drive, that great, I mean, she's had a beautiful form.
She does, doesn't she? She's running that like she's running an 800.
Yeah.
I mean, the really high knee lift, good stride length as well. I reckon another half mile, she might have threatened Sally Kipyego, who's in second place. I think she's going to run out of roadway. But that is fabulous, making the rostrum. That is as good as it can get for Molly. I think I read that she wanted to make the top 5 or 6, she said. That would be a successful day at the races. It's got much better than that.
And Sally Kipyego, who said in 2015 before she ran that she was deciding whether she was excited but scared to death of the distance.
Molly is coming, John. I don't know if she's got enough time, but she's coming on the left side of your screen. Sally Kipyego had that rookie mistake last year. She definitely didn't do that again this year. She's running very well, but Molly is pushing.
She had a top 5 goal. She's got a nursing degree, and she is trying to nurse that lead for second all the way home right now. Fastest in the 5K by a lot, but as Tim said, at this point, you know, your 5K speed is sort of washed out of you here.
Kipyego looking over her shoulder a couple of times already, nervously over her shoulder. I think she's going to be safe.
Yeah, it always looks a little closer when you're watching on TV, but man, was Molly trying. You got to give it to her.
Sally Kipyego from DNF to second. Runner-up to Mary Keitany here at the TCS New York City Marathon. What a fabulous run. Twice in the lead vehicle program, and now finishing on the podium. 2:28.07 as she comes through. So about 4 minutes back, and there's the American, Molly Huddle, in her first marathon, a podium finish in New York.
Well, she's in pretty amazing company there. Sally Kipyego, an Olympic silver medalist back in 2012, a World Championship silver medalist back in the day as well. And Molly right up behind this pair of Kenyans. Brilliant run from Molly. And I think people will say now, yeah, she's found her feet, John. You know, it's a big step forwards in your career when you nail your first marathon like that and make it a positive experience.
2:28:13, your assessment of that, because obviously the podium finish is wonderful.
Yeah.
Time-wise also for the first time covering that distance, because you're a novice, no matter how much you email your friends or talk to people in the community to do that. 2:28 is still a fabulous first showing.
I think it's a fabulous first showing. You know, we can't forget what happened 11 weeks ago. Molly's coming back from the Olympic Games. I mean, she came home and she got right into marathon training, but she had to really prepare pretty well for that and to get her mind wrapped around running another serious race. So I think she ran phenomenal. She's in that company of Kara Goucher and Shalane Flanagan, running and finishing in the podium as their debut. Props to Molly Huddle, and we're proud to call her an American.
If it is, I believe, like I said, we're unofficial, but if it's 2:28:13, then that is faster than Shalane Flanagan's first New York, faster than Laura Thweatt, who had a wonderful debut last